Good morning. It's Tuesday, June 21st. It's summer solstice. So I guess summer's here officially, but for us in Florida, it's been here a while. But now we can say it's summer officially. So, yesterday we talked about guardian angels and how we aren't mistakes. So, here's the angel finished that I did. You'll have to show me your angels. And this is paper, pencil, and the curly hair to match me is done in marker. And the background is blue and aqua crayons. So that's my angel. You'll have to show me yours. Today's reading is an interesting one, and it really hits home for me. And maybe it will hit home for you as well. I think some of us have, especially those of us that I guess love with all our hearts, get hurt harder, maybe. I know I get hurt harder. I try. Some say I try too hard. Maybe I do. Maybe I want people to have a big as heart as me. I'm very conscious of how I interact with others, even if they don't interact the same with me. It's very difficult to be me sometimes. I hate the fact that I'm an only child because I probably put more on my friends because I love hard and I want to be accepted, and even though I am, sometimes I feel like I'm not. But I think that might be all of us. So I've lost some friends, a couple recently. It's very difficult to get past because, like a good friend of mine said, if we all had the same hearts, there'd be less hurt in the world. And that's true. That's very true. Compassion for others is kind of today's reading as well. Compassion for yourself. So we're going to get started, and I hope this reading helps you as much as it's done for my heart. So this psalm is 86, verse 15. But you, Lord, are a compassionate and gracious God, slow to anger, abounding in love and faithfulness. That's pretty true. God loves to love you. I like to think that every time I take a breath and every time my lungs pump blood into my heart, God has another loving thing to say about me. He's that good at it. Our God, the one who is breathing life into your life, is full of love for you, no matter what you have done or where you have been. For someone like me who is pretty good at messing up and feeling guilty, it's really, really good to know that I can't make God love me any more or any less. Consider that fact that in God's eyes, through Jesus, you are holy, chosen, dearly loved. Wow. That quiets my fears, the ones that whisper, I am alone, unlovable, unworthy, and makes me feel brave. Allow God into your heart. Let Him into those little places inside that are hurt and alone and afraid. Let Him love you, lead you, and make you into the courageous person He has planned. Because I promise that adventure will be the greatest of your life. That really hits home. Hopefully it hits home for you as well. God loved me when I was totally and fully unlovable in my deepest pit of sin, in the furthest corner of my rebellion, in the angriest moment of my hate. He chose to love me, and I've been known to be a total punk. Unfortunately, I will probably continue to be a punk at times, yet He loves me to pieces, all my pieces. I cannot earn it, I don't deserve it, and yet I'm drowning in it. So I do the little bits that I can to love Him back. And you can do the same. What does that look like? Well, it looks like making brave, God honoring life choices in response to His love. Has He given you a passion for something you haven't been brave enough to pursue? Do you love to sing? Sing a love song to God. Do you love to write? Write a book about your love for God. Do you love to dance, draw, play sports, care for orphans or elderly people? Whatever it is, embrace the fact that you are loved and chosen by God, and take the courageous step of using these passions to love God back. That's pretty good. He loves us no matter what. So, the lesson or the thing to do today, how do you see your heart responding to God's love? What does that look like to you? It could be a heart. It could be, yes, Marion, very deep. It could be whatever it is that you think you should be doing. God's got your back. So we have to take that and go with it. Like before I go to bed, some people read scripture. I don't. I talk to God before I go to bed, like I'm laying in bed, and I talk to Him and thank Him, and then ask Him for guidance in life, in love, in friendships. Sorry. Husband, no. I am live. I don't know what he wants. So I'm texting him on the iPad, and maybe that's enough. So as I was saying, I talk to God and I pray to Him for guidance in all things. And then I ask to open up others' hearts as well. I try to make others see what I feel. And that's not a bad thing. Like a friend of mine and I talked about last week, if others loved as hard as we do, the world would be a better place. And that is so true. I had to dig deep to get back live because I know I was missed, but I didn't feel it in my heart that it was where I was supposed to be. So that's why it took me a bit to come back. I didn't know if this was my purpose. And I found out that this 100 Days to Brave is helping me find my purpose. And I hope it's helping you find yours as well. So today is like your heart, or what's your love, what's your passion, what's God need, what has God helped you see? Oh boy. Apparently the gate was open this morning once I went to work at 5 a.m. That's not good. Figure that out. Maybe ask my neighbor. She's got cameras up all over the place. That's not good. Ugh. Things that happen. So, yeah, that's tough. I think some of us have that happen. I know I do and have in the past. It's like a dark cloud that just kind of hangs out. Um, but in all aspects, I do know that if you talk to God and you pray to God and you ask Him to move that dark cloud someplace else or just get rid of it, things will be better. But, like we can do it. We can do it all day long. We can pray. We can talk to Him. We can pray about our families. But ultimately, it's them that have to choose light. But God can help them find that as long as we just keep talking to Him. Talking to Him about what we need done. And eventually it will happen, but I understand that. I do. I get it. It's hard. It's hard to know why things are the way they are. It's hard to know why. But I had a dark cloud years and years and years ago with the ex, and Sai saw it. And it was because I wasn't happy in my marriage or in my life. And other people saw it. They saw this dark cloud and they're like, you're supposed to be happy. Well, I wasn't happy. And it was when I left that that dark cloud was going away. So we have to find our happiness, and we have to find our middle ground, whatever that might be. We have to find what brings joy to our hearts and surrounds us with brightness and love and sunshine, like today is the summer solstice. And all you can do really is be there for those and lift them up and try to make them see the light. I think. That's what I think. Because God loves everybody, even if they don't feel it right now. But they will. They just have to get past the darkness. And they have to reach out for help. And I know that to be true. If you don't reach out for help, it won't come. And that could be help in faith, in health, in mental health. That could be help. So I'm not sure what to draw about today. I thought about a heart, but a heart filled with words of affirmations, of what I do to help others and myself and my family. So what do you think about the how do you see your heart responding to God's love in an art form? What does that look like to you? Any thoughts on the subject? Drinking my breakfast. I think you still have to talk to him, Marion. He's there. Even when Dad died, I talked to him. Well, we all know how I felt. I was very angry at my father. I'm not angry as much anymore, even though Father's Day is very hard. His birthday, Father's Day, Mother's Day, the anniversary of his death are probably the hardest. Mother's Day is really tough. Hearts, praying, hands. Well, that's good. To do praying hands like this and do a heart in the middle. Or you could do a heart and have your hands like this. So I'm going to put you down and gonna get started on that. I hope that you will do journaling along with me, or at the very least, take ideas for yourself and then journal later, but at least do it because it's very helpful. I'm finding it to be very helpful. It really bothers me. I don't know who was in our yard last night or why the gate was open. Just sharpening my pencil. Maybe somebody will get me a electronic pencil sharpener. We had one in the house, but somebody dropped it and it broke. The cover snapped. It's getting there. So I'll put you down. I'm going to see if that works. Okay. Don't know. I think that works. So well, I did it upside down. That'll be right side up for me when I turn it around later, I think. Yep. See, I just confused myself. Yeah. Try to make them comparable on both sides. This is why we use pencil first. So that's a little strange, but sometimes you'll get one side right before you get the other side right, and then you have to go back, and that's why I do pencil, because you can erase. That's a funny looking hand, but you get the idea. So there's the heart. Kind of looks like paws instead of hands, or foot and a paw. It is what it is. It's some funny stuff. Funny, funny. So tomorrow I will be going live earlier. I have an appointment around the time that I go live. So I will probably be here about 8. Because that will give me time to get where I need to go and be here with you. And I don't want to go later because tomorrow is supposed to be like the hottest day of the week at 103 degrees. I don't know how we're going to do that. So I'm going to paint this one today instead of coloring with crayons, but you do it however you see fit, okay? I have to get my, and I don't have the dogs out here because I had the exterminator here spraying. So I'm just getting oh boy, it's already up there. Sorry, my shoot. How am I gonna get that down? The one I use for hands is all the way on the top shelf, but I got it. Cool Bisque is what I tend to use for skin color. That's what it looks like. This one is a multi-surface paint, but I'm on ketchup. But you can use it on canvas, and I'm not going to use much of it anyway. I'm going to do the heart first. I think I'm going to do a light color and then do hearts or dots around it in it of shades of red. And I still have I haven't done the drawing yet because I was hoping more would show me their artwork, show me their journal entries now. Because we're on day 9. And I've only seen one person's work. So I'm going to use a filbert. It's my, favorite brush. And I'm just using a mixture of baby pink and Santa red. So the goal is to paint first, add words later. And you can write whatever comes to mind for your heart. Because this is about you, us as individuals. time. I'm trying to decide. My mother is older. She needs help with technology stuff that my kids could have done when they were up there, and they didn't. And now I have to go somehow this summer. I don't travel usually in the summer very much. Not anymore because, well, we used to travel in June before band camp started. Um, and we didn't go anywhere, really. So I'm just going to add a highlight. But she needs help, and she's like, I want to see you. And I was like, okay. I'm like, why do you want me up there so bad? It's not like her, really. Well, come to find out, she needs TV help with Netflix, and she needs printer help. Well, me and my printer fight all the time, so I'm not sure how I will be able to help her with that. But it's hard being far away, so I don't know. I don't know what will be. So this is like a two-tone heart, kind of. I'm just adding some water to my pink bowl. I had to bring it in and wash it because all my brushes, every time I put water in it, they would turn blue. So I don't know. I don't know if I will get up there. I guess I should. That kind of that thing about if you don't go when something happens, you'll regret it kind of thing. And I don't want to do that. So, but it'll probably just be me unless I can get one of them to go with me, which would be Bella, but I don't know. It might just be me. Wish Miranda could go meet me up there. So we'll see. But if I do go, I will probably have recordings before I go of what's to come for that week. Because it wouldn't be fair for you guys if I wasn't present. Because I know some of you enjoy this. God, that looks like a foot. Oh well, it looks like a foot. It is what it is. I really need to work on my elephants. I have some animals that I need to get working on, and so maybe I'll be live later today doing that. I would like to get like an old phone or a Go phone so I could record in hyperspeed. So we're just doing a little bit of aqua blue. Maybe if I take it out further, this side would look less like a foot. Oh, brother me. It's funny how things happen. And I'm using regular acrylic paint. I need to get my desk cleaned off a little. If you're wondering what these marks are on my arm, I don't know. I don't know at all. They come and go. This side is worse. This happened this morning, and it just popped. Somebody, a friend of mine, said those are blown capillaries, and I'm like, okay, but why? That might be true, but why are they there? Doctors don't know either. They told me I have skin of an 80-year-old woman. I said, oh, that's great. Like it's thinning. Nobody can tell me why. So I put lotion on it every day. Crazy. Trying to make this look like the ocean. Ocean is my favorite place. I haven't been though lately. Guess we need to get down there. Do you have a favorite spot that you like to go? Make the hands wings? No, I'm gonna keep them like they are. This is gonna look funny. Foot, paw. It's okay. Maybe the paw represent all the animals in my life. I wish I could rescue more, but Sai would have a royal fit if I did that. You could do wings. Do a heart and then do wings. Your journal is your journal. You do you. Oh, he'd have a major fit. Major. I've talked about wanting chickens, and he's like, are you crazy? I'm like, no. Wouldn't that be neat to have fresh eggs? He's like, you're nuts. And I said, I know, but you married this nuts. I see all these kittens online on Facebook that need homes or fostering or whatever, and oh, how I'd love to bring them home, but oh, he'd probably divorce me. Or he'd be like, they aren't staying. They best be going soon. He would have a royal fit. So this is dry for the most part. So I'm going to use my Sharpie. I love hard. Animals. children. I'm trying not to stick my hand where it's wet. Families in the middle. Creating. Faithful. Lovable. Relationships. Friends, family, husband, children. Relationships are a wealth of things. It's what you have with people. Love for all God's creatures and creativity. Datin, city dotting. God loves us all. He does, without question. without without question. Whether you believe in God or not, he still loves you. And even when we're sad, he's there. Or mad, he still got us. Have you ever dropped down to your knees and prayed hard? I've done that. It's kind of cathartic. Is that a word? It's when you feel like there's no end to the madness or the dark cloud. You drop to your knees and you just pray hard. You even yell at him. He's okay with it. You even tell him like it is and tell him you've had enough and to make it right and make it better. And he will. You just got to give him time. So I'm going to dot a little bit of flowers, not flowers, but circles on here. I have to clean my daughters. They're getting full. So deep red. Tuscan red. This is one of the ones I use from Deco Art of reds because it's a good red. It's like red. The Santa red that I used a minute ago it's got like a pink in it. And again, you do what makes you happy. If you like dots, then do dots. I think sometimes I don't do dots and people would like me to do them. So I'm trying to incorporate them more. But like I said, I've got paintings to do. And it's not so hot right now. Like it's so hot. I'm wearing sundresses because it's just hot. I don't think the neighbors would like it if I didn't wear clothes. So I'm going to go a little lighter. Pink flash? Just dropping that down into my dark red. Just to give the red some flash. So yeah, today's reading was pretty deep. But I think when we talk about love and heart and God, it does get deep. It does get deep. Now I'm gonna go lighter. I put white pearl with the pink. So even if you watch the replay, let me know that you watched the replay. And it always helps if you sprinkle my lives to your pages because it helps others see me and maybe join us for some journaling. And I'm just putting dots in between my words. What do you think about that? Kind of looks like one of those, what's it called? Those bandanas. I don't know what that pattern's called. Miranda would know, but she's not here. And it's usually 1, 2, 3, and then you reload. So there is my heart. I would love to see your heart or what you do and what your words are. You can share on this live after you've done it. You can just post a picture or you can message me with what you've done. I know it's a little off kilter to do blue in your hand, but it's okay. Those are supposed to be fingers. Again, looks like a paw and a foot. I'm just going up the side. And then you have to let your dots dry completely. I put them under, I will put this page under the fan that I have and it will be dry by tonight. And I don't, you should not, if you're dotting, don't put your book vertically. Your dots might slide. Especially if they're heavy bodied, they will slide down. Or if they're loose and thick. Should have probably done these green. What do you think? Pretty good, right? And that's pretty easy to do. I'm going to add a little bit of metallic green. I hope that you will do this too. It's just drawing or coloring from your heart. Do what your mind, do what's on your heart, do what's in your mind. There's no right or wrong. There's just not. Just do you. Do what makes you happy. We're just all here to learn how to be braver, learn how to put God in your heart even when there's dark clouds hanging out. So now I'm just doing. So leaves are just your paintbrush moving side to side, almost making like a teardrop. And it's not a lot of weight. Lightly touch it down. And you don't even have to reload your paintbrush. And you can come down further if you want. It's however you see. If you like this, do this. If this isn't you, do something else. If this is sort of what you like, then do something similar or do this all together. Do wings, like Marion said, instead of hands. Do a heart in the middle and then go out from there and decide what it is you want to do. And then yours will look authentic because you did it. So that's what I want to see. I want to see your journal entries. And, you know, sprinkle this to your page with your friends. And maybe they need this 100 Days to Brave too. So, and the more that you do that, the better off this gets around. So, on that note, it has been an hour. So tomorrow I'm going to go, oh, goodness gracious, taking you on a, don't know why this isn't doing what I needed to do. There, maybe that'll work. Tomorrow I'll be here about 8 because I have an appointment later that I need to go to. So I hope that you feel God's love in your heart, and whatever that looks like for you. And if you need to rewatch the Your Heart section of what I read before you do your journal, that's fine. Sometimes we need seconds, and that's okay. So, on that note, thanks for being here. Thanks for doing this 100 Days to Brave with me. And I will see you tomorrow where we talk about your feet. I have to read that. So tomorrow is day 10. We've been at this for 10 whole days. I hope that your heart is becoming braver, because I know mine is. So thank you for being here again with Traveling Paints with Dots with me. And have a blessed day. Stay cool and hydrated. Take care.